Stadium, home to the Arizona State Sun Devils, where Sparky and his gang have been sharpening those pitchforks in anticipation of this one. The Sun Devils will kick it away to start us off. Here's the return from inside his 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So the Baylor Bears offense will get the first crack at it here. Here he comes, and any time this guy touches the ball, and he will touch it plenty, a bolt of electricity just goes through the stadium, David.
And they'll feature him. They'll give him the ball, like you said, a lot, early, often, and he's a guy that can make game-breaking plays. The offense is built around his ability to run the football, Jesse, make big plays for this offense.
Yeah, he really shoulders the load, right, in more ways than one. The offense goes as this guy goes, so it's going to be important in this one. They get him going early and often.
Wants to throw on second down. Fires to the big fella. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. A new set of downs after the completion. Give to the running back. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. The Bears will snap it on 1st and 10. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Going up top on 1st down. He's got it. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Baylor! How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide-open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Arizona State's offense will get the ball for the first time. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys are the leaders. These guys get everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the pass hits, picked off. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception. Boy, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Going for it all. Snags it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bears!
This is a receiver that is so good running routes. You never know which way he's going to go at the top of this route because he doesn't peek. He doesn't telegraph where he's going. The timing on corner routes is so important, and the quarterback did a nice job getting it out early so his receiver could make the catch and then take it into the end zone.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And the Sun Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Handoff to the single back. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through, and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful in offense.
When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make sure mentally you're...
Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Baylor! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
I love this tight end because, man, he's a weapon in the passing game. Big guy, big target, and he has a lot of ability after the catch. You saw it on that touchdown.
Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3-and-out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Firing to the right, complete. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the 1st down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
They'll give it to the back.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. The Sun Devils will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes a move. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Line gets set, 1st down. The pull and throw off the RPO. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a 1st down for this offense. Quarterback checking the play. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Bears! And they take it in for 6 more points. Getting set for the point after. That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
busted coverage, really, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something you're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster.
And I think they learned what not to do. I mean, this has been an abject disaster. They haven't done anything right. Offense, defense. Palmer, this one's ugly, and it's still early.
Yeah, I'd normally say, well, it's first quarter, just don't worry about it, there's time, but
Worry.
this is the worst start you possibly could have had. So they need to score a touchdown right here.
After the short completion, it's now second down. He'll pull it on the read. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. A third and long coming up here. It's a draw. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Sun Devils will call on their punt team. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. They'll run it into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
He's going to fire deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Smart offensive coordinators, they're going to throw deep balls, especially those 50-50 balls you hear about all the time. My wide receiver is better than your DB. Well, not on this play.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Quick strike complete. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offensive success on third down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge. They largely dominated this first quarter, and there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on second and long from the 23. He's looking to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He finds his man, and he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Bears decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He's got great speed. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. The give to the lone running back. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. The defense pounced on that, and now they're headed the other way. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Touchdown, Baylor! Not content to get the fumble, they scored. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Dropping back, it's Donahue. Slings it downfield. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with second and 10. He's looking to throw. This time it's complete. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
First down for the offense.
It's complete to the right.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. He'll be tackled at the 49 after a pickup of 5.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Makes the grab. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Sun Devils will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. A high kick trying to pin them deep. They'll get down and put a stop on this return. They'll mark it at the 32. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll start this drive with a pass. Caught. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Bears! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive. Oh, it's out! Oh, look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. 2nd down after the offense recovered its own fumble. Back to throw, it's Donahue. Unloads to the right. Fires it incomplete.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Buys a little time. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. And the Sun Devils will bring the punt team onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Out of the chute. Quick toss to the right. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Fires one high and deep. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Baylor!
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Texas has just had no answers today. They are getting barbecued right now. This team simply does not look prepared, and at this level, you can't have that. They're trailing by 21 to Florida. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. After the misfire, now on second down. Wants to throw. It's Donahue. Got his man quickly. Really good pickup on second down there. Leaves him with 3rd and 2. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
Fair catch, called for and made. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw it. Going for the big play. He's got it. He got a foot down along that left sideline. You know what it takes to make a throw like that. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. He's not afraid to go deep. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. Wants to go up top. They're setting up the screen. Hit the gas, kick. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Bears! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Looking to throw, it's Donahue. Takes the easy one to the back. And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield. The Sun Devils racing to the line in the hurry up. On second down, wants to throw it. Looking to take a shot. He's got it. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Fires into the end zone, and he's got it. Touchdown, Sun Devils.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Bringing it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a 1st down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so
Going downfield for the big play. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, he has to throw for it. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back into 16. The Bears line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, who's got a better seat there today in Tempe than you do?
And the Bears will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was.
Can anyone catch him? A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going with the counter play here. Runs through a tackle. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll go to the counter. Brought to the ground, but not before getting it up for the first down. And the Sun Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. The big fullback's got it. Shakes off the tackler. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
That's why this guy's a good, strong safety. You've got to be able to affect the running game. You've got to be able to play in the box close to the line of scrimmage and make tackles. That time, good stop on the field.
Touchdown, Arizona State! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. And he makes the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass.
56, Arizona State, 14.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. From the gun, the ground game. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. They'll try it over the left side. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Valdez. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Makes the grab down the middle. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. to throw on first down off the play fake. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit. This offense has a second down play. Dropping back, it's Donahue. Fires to the tight end. Makes the tackle at the 27. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. It'll be a draw. Powers through the defender. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
Touchdown, Sun Devils! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
21.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Single back formation, and they give it to him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life.
He'll take a deep shot here. Snags it at the 30 and still running. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. The Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll do it himself. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he gets a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Baylor! And the beatdown has ensued.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. On the run, it's Singh. At the 35, he's loose. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. First down for this offense. Pulls and fires complete to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Looking downfield, it's Donahue. Quickly complete. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. Trying to get to it. Gets away. It's complete on the right side. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. On second down, they'll take to the air. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Arizona State! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So,
and this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end. Get in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
And this offense has had a great day, and they've put some big plays together. But the last two plays, man, getting a little complacent. They got to protect their quarterback. That's back-to-back sacks. The offensive line has to do a better job.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on fourth. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. The give to the back. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is, with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just...
And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils! This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
Oh, he's going to go for the return. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. You decided to go for it, we didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit, too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
It's caught. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. And the Bears will have it 1st and 10. The give from the gun. creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground.
Oh, he left him grabbing.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. The Bears are moving quickly down the field. He'll keep it himself. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
You know, this zone replay is something they rep over and over and over in practice. This guy can run it and execute it in his sleep. Good decision there keeping the football.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Tackled after picking up the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. They'll go to the ground. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. And the Bears have taken it inside the 20. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Valdez, able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. This will be the 9th play of the drive coming up. It's a 3rd and 2. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. So they'll send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. First order of business here, don't give up a big return, then the defense just has to keep them out of the end zone. The returner will field it and bring it back. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show